what's happening? It is Sonia coming to you live from Junk Monkey Paint Company, and I have got a project today. I thought we could hang out and flip it together. I am working on my whole new space here at Junk Monkey as we have expanded. We've taken over another portion of the building, and so as I begin to make this space my own, I found this cute little stand today. This cute little stand here. Hey, Linda, how are you, girl? Hey, Lulu. So look at this, guys. Can you see it? Whoop, whoop. $3.99 makes a girl dance, okay? So, yeah. So here's what I'm working on today. Going to probably make use of this as part of my own space because I could really see this actually probably like against that wall behind me over there, but it's brownie frowny right now. Who knows what I'm talking about? And I could really see this kind of like use it to like stack my, for example, my paintbrushes in. And I'm somebody who loves to collect, like, let me show you. I like to collect fun stuff, like to store my things into. Anybody else love containers? I'll show you the two that I just found tonight at, okay, I'll show you my haul. I wasn't planning on showing you this, but I think I will just because we're talking about it, okay? So I was at Walmart tonight. They know me. The greeters know me at Walmart. Let's be honest. Hello, Kelly. Hey, Rebecca. Teresa. Still loving my little junk monkey. Thank you so much. Jamie. Yes, I am loving it too. I'll give you a tour once it's all put together, okay? So you guys are helping me tonight kind of like bring it to life. You might even hear drills and things going in the next room because Matt's over there working, just getting everything installed in the next room as well. Carrie's here as well. She's painting up a storm. So it's all hands on deck. So I get to have some fun tonight, right? But I found these. Who's seen these? Like, this is the best time of the year to shop at Walmart when it comes to if you are a stationary person like me, because I love pens and pencils and pretty paper. Matt says I have an addiction, and I'm like, tonight I bought 2 new notepads, and he's like, you need more notebooks? And I'm like, listen, my addiction could be worse. I'm only paying 87 cents a notebook, so you know what? It's okay, right? But I did get these for $3.97. They have pink and white and all kinds of colors, so these are perfect. So you can see that I got some new shelving over here, and it's black, and it's blah, and I could totally take it outside and paint it or do something like that with it. But I think what I'm gonna do is add some really pretty bins into it to like make it a little bit more Sonia, you know what I'm saying? A little more whimsical. So these are $3.99. They're called medium decorative baskets. And I love it, so I can store like my stuff into it, right? All my supplies. Roxanne! Yes, back to school, so whoop whoop. So anyway, I got those tonight, which was pretty cool. Let's see, what else did I get since we're talking about this? Okay, true story. Got myself a new agenda. This one was $11.98, okay? So the one I have a 12-month one right now that's gonna run out in a couple months. So I thought, you know what, this one's cute. I should just go with this now, right? So got this, it says, love what you do, which let me just tell you, I do. And I'm definitely somebody who loves like positivity sayings and things like that. So I gotta take the front part off of it, but you can see it has this lovely layout, and it's got like all these like pretty blues and stuff, and like just really pretty pictures. I love the colors that it has, and so keep a clean heart. Clean heart, dirty hands, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love it. So I got myself a new agenda tonight, and let's see here. New lead pencils, and I'll show you what we found, because me and Matt were at the Goodwill tonight. Okay, you ready for it? I don't know if you can handle this. Nancy, yes, Walmart, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, you ready? Okay, don't get scared when I show you this, okay? For those of you who follow us, and I can't remember if I told you here on my live before, if I told you over my vlog on YouTube, but when we and Matt started this collection for us, when he's out and about and he finds coconuts, okay? He finds coconuts at Goodwill stores, and they could be left over from somebody's drink that they had at the Bahamas. They have monkeys on them. Like, he tends to bring them coconut hula dancers, anything like that. So we kind of, once you have a couple of something, then you begin to realize you have a collection. So tonight, we got this stand that we're gonna flip together for $3.99, but are you ready? Look at this. Pirate coconut right there, right there. The cool thing is, we only paid $2.99. That's a pretty cool thing. But I guess you take this out and you have a bank. So I figure I can like save all my Junk Monkey coins, you know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe this could be a trip later. Not really, but I think it's pretty cool, right? So this is part of our collection of what we do. This is a scary one, but it is the pirate coconut, okay? So with new addition to the family, all right? So there you go. If you ever see any of those out and about, you'll have to let us know, especially if you're local, because now we started a collection and we can't stop, right? Some people like to collect. They just have those personalities, and yeah, we're one of them. Hello, Tracy. Hey, Anna. Anna's yes. Catherine, Dee Dee, Donna. Heck yeah. So all I have to do to start this, of course, is I took the $3.99 tag off of it. It is not real wood. It is pressed wood. There is no wood grain at all. I don't care. Brownie frowny. You know, let's just do something with it, right? So I gotta show you something tonight because I get a lot of questions on this. Sonia, sometimes I see you use a yellow crud cutter and sometimes I see you use a red one. So there is a difference, okay? The difference is, and I love these because they are non-oily to clean with when you're prepping your furniture. So tell somebody right now if they want to like get a quick lesson on how to prep your furniture to paint it. This is what I'm going to tell you. Use your crud cutter, spray it down, and take a rag and wipe it off. Okay? It's non-oily. You never want to use something that's going to repel. Oil repels. Okay? Think about oil and water. Did you ever see that experiment where you took like a 2-liter drink and you poured cooking oil into it, and then you poured water into it, but you put a few drops of like a, what do you call it, a dye into it, and then you it kind of looked like a lava lamp, and as much as you shook it around, the oil and the water separated. They wanted to go on 2 different sides, and you could build layers. Like, I was always amazed by that, but I took from that and I understood how oil and water really doesn't mix, right? And they want to like push and repel, which is good, for example, for using Monkey Shine as a sealer, because that's a, you know, it's got natural oils in it and it's going to repel water that wants to, you know, attack your piece, all that good stuff. But from the point of view from when you're putting your paint on top of it, you want to make sure you're starting off with a nice clean surface that is not going to repel your paint job, right, and cause any sort of wonkiness to happen. So I use crud cutter. There's no oils in it. I love the fact as well that it's non-toxic and biodegradable, because if you're like me and you do a lot of painting, a lot of furniture flipping, you want to work with products that are safe for you, right? So this is awesome. The difference is this has the deglosser. So if you have my kitchen cabinet video, here's a quick tip for you guys. I tell you that I love to use the red one because a lot of times when you're working on kitchen cabinets and you're cleaning them and you're prepping them, they have oils, right? Because people cook, they have, you know, deep fryers in their kitchen, and all that stuff sticks to your cabinets. So when you have a piece like this here that hasn't been in a kitchen, and it's just a regular piece that somebody probably used for an end stand, you can just use the regular one, okay? So I have 2 because I always have lots of crud cutter kicking around. I thought tonight I'd give you a quick lesson in what is the difference and why this is always my go-to. But I always like to keep this on hand because if I ever have a piece that's extra dirty and grimy and oily, all that stuff, okay, it's a great cleaner. I think you pay a little bit more for the red one. It's harder to find, so if you have it, keep it, hoard it, use it when you need to. But this is gonna be your average day go-to. Make sense? You guys got it? This is gonna be awesome. Christy, what are you doing in the hospital from surgery today? Oh, well, hang out with us, okay? I'll do all the work for you, Christy. All you have to do is sit back and heal, okay? So that's all you gotta do, clean it with that. So I spritz it over, and then I just take a nice towel and towel it down, okay? And then let it dry. So this is a quick tip. Make sure you let it dry because you do not want to be putting your paint on a surface, again, that's wet, right? So that's how you prep it, all right? So since this is gonna be in my space, you know me, I'm a teal lover, okay? I love bright colors, love me some teal, and I am going, is this one open? Oh, it is. I am going to go ahead and use the color we have called Teal River, okay? Teal River right there, right there. All the love. This can has been used and abused and shows where the love has been, right? Hey, Angela. I've been to Florida once, no, twice. I need to come back because every time I was there, it was like a pass-through, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I definitely think since this is my space, I'm going to want a stencil. So here's what I'm doing. My plan of attack is I'm starting from the top first because we're gonna chat and I'm gonna finish off the rest of this piece. And then by the time I come back to the top, it's probably going to be pretty much dry. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people message me and they're like, okay, what step did I miss before you put the paint on? You clean it if you want to. I don't judge. But it's true, you just grab a brush and you go bananas and you have some fun, right? So darn it, I didn't get to take my before photo. Oh, okay, that's okay. We'll just stop right there. I'm pretty sure I can do a screenshot later, right? Or you guys send me a screenshot. Post it below when you do. So, because it's always fun to see the before and after transformations. So, look how gorgeous. Now, I will tell you that if you see me paint, one thing that I do, this is an extra tip tonight, okay? Is I do the body lean, all right? Lean into it. You love it? You gotta lean into it. So when I paint and I get that nice even coat, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing like little ones, okay? I'm not doing like back and forth. I'm going to finish off and give my piece some nice, lean, long lines. You see, I'm leaning into it, right? And now we've got a beautiful piece. And we got a Sonia hair. So let's go ahead and get rid of that Sonia hair real quick. All right. And there we go. All right, perfect. All right, now let's go ahead and do the bottom real quick. So this piece was $3.99. Like I said, not real wood. Don't care. Don't care. All I know is it's gonna work perfect. And who else likes some shelving, right? So I'm gonna lay down my paint right now, and then I'm gonna do my long lines to basically connect everything together. All right, so I'm getting my paint on my edges right now, all around these corners. Gonna put it all over it. I mean, there's pieces down here where the paper is peeled off because it is fake wood. And, but that's okay, right? So guys, I think we should do a giveaway tonight for hanging out with me here. What do you think? Who's up for hashtag banana books? And I'm manning this chat myself, so you'll have to bear with me. But yeah, for anybody who shares this video, share the love. Hashtag banana bunch if you're a banana bunch, proud to say it, member. And I will holler out somebody at the very end who shared our video and hung out with us. Was chit-chatting with us. How about that? Pretty fun, huh? How about that? All right, let me hit the back this side really, really quick. I mean, this project is so fast, guys, that, yeah, you can close your eyes and blink and, you know, it might be done. It's that literally that fast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some on the back edge right over here. Now, you can't see it, but just going to trust me on that one. All right, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going and just doing a dry brush with one layer of paint. Done. Love it. Isn't it looking already so much better now that we have some color onto this sucker? Oh yeah. So you guys know when I do my dry brush technique that I don't try to like completely cover it. Can you see some spots back there? Watch this. Just a little bit. And just look at it from this angle. Get a little bit more on it. But you're gonna see lots of what looks like distressing, right? And that's what I want. So let's do it on this one that's a little bit up close. Now you guys can see the front ones, okay? Let's do this boring part right here. Let's knock out the edge. All right, okay, get ready to watch. Just don't blink, okay? Because you might miss all the fun. The fun. All right, ready? So I'm going to basically pull my brush across to do a dry brush technique and leave some of that brownie frowny to come through. All right, get around down here, and here we go. Back and forth. Beautiful, love it. All right, we're gonna do that with each side. Done. Done. So when I do this technique, if there's ever a time that I want to have less brownie frowny showing through, then all I do is do that same move again, but just do it a second time. And it'll cover up extra spots, right? There we go. Love it. I love me some shabby distress, so that's about where I want it right there. This is what's so fun. It's like, you know, you can have the most beautiful shabby distressed furniture for $3.99. Pick the color you want. Customize it, do your blend of colors, you know what I mean, if there's something in particular that you're trying to aim for, which I have to show you guys this week. I'll be on again tomorrow, and I want to show you how to use a color wheel. I've talked about them lots of times, and I was at Hobby Lobby this weekend, and I actually picked one up because I'm like, I'm going to show my friends what I mean and how to use a color wheel, okay? So I'll do that tomorrow when we do another project. So when I was at Goodwill tonight, I got a couple projects. And they're gonna be awesome. So I'm excited to make use of them in my paint studio for storage. Because like I say, it's like you always need storage. Anybody else feel like they just can't get enough storage? Let alone pretty storage, right? You know? All right, let me go ahead and make sure I get those little legs down there as well. There we go. All the way around. Sometimes when you look at it from different angles, you see stuff you missed. But this is awesome, right? So this is what's so cool is that, you know, you can flip furniture for yourself, you can have fun with it, and bring a vision to life for somebody else. So much fun. Now, I've got some distressing going down here, right? And I'm gonna make sure I get my lines nice and straight. And So that's something I want you guys to work on, okay? Nice long lines. Don't leave those little like swishes on your piece, okay? Make it look more professional by doing the long leading lines, okay? Nice and clean and professional. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and dry that part. Banana bunch. Hey, Kathy. You did! Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you, Teresa. Kelly, you love it, right? Yes. Amy, these are awesome. These are painter's tarps, and they're so nice because I'll tell you why. They just keep getting prettier. Because, like, I went through phases where I used, for example, cheap plastic and things like that. But when you have a nice canvas, it hangs really, like, clean on your floor or below your piece. It sucks up stuff like this. You know what I mean? You know how I just got, like, the little legs of it? But basically, it's a nice, really thick tarp. I have my tarp linked over if you go to junkmonkeypaint.com and click Sonia's favorite things. But yeah, get yourself a tarp. Tarps are, like, depending on the size that you get, usually between $12 and $15, and use them over and over and over again. And eventually you just have all kinds of, like, color spots on them, you know, just shows where the fun has been. So let me dry the top real quick. The nice thing is everything's setting up real quick in here. Well, thank you, Kelly. I am glad that you are here. Tracy says, her daughter says I have too much stuff. Woo, I better draw the actual piece. And may have hoarder tendencies. Oh, hoarder tendencies. That's funny. I think some people are definitely more predisposed to keep stuff. Also, I think that if you grew up and you didn't have a whole lot of stuff, sometimes it's harder to get rid of things, right? And I don't know. We're just, we just grew up that way. And so we tend to keep it because we might have a use for it later. And then eventually, a couple years down the road, you're probably going to throw it out, right? Because you really didn't use it. But it is hard. Anybody else find it hard? Even like, I repurpose, recycle all my gift bags, all those sorts of things, and whip them back out. Like, it is so hard. I find it hard to throw away pretty wrapping even. Like, even when it's been used, it needs to go away. I'm like, I should keep some of that tissue paper because it's got polka dots on it. And I can totally do something with it, right? Or bows and things like that. But I'm definitely somebody who loves to keep stuff. I know. It was so hard even when I started painting furniture because, you wanted to keep everything. And I did. I made my home beautiful and stuffed as much as I possibly could in my own house. And that's when I started selling it to other people because I still loved painting it. And I had no space or no need, but just, doing things and going through the motions of doing it was just so satisfying, of painting and making something beautiful. So I started painting and selling my work, but you can really make your home beautiful on a dime when you find some good furniture, right, to paint. You love pretty paper and bows? Yes. I don't know what it is, but I love scrap paper. Like, I could get lost. And sometimes you come across so much paper and you're like, what the heck would I do with all of this? I have tons of books. I always buy them on discount on the clearance section. But it's like, oh, just makes you happy, right? Yes, absolutely, Dawn. You hear me in the dryer, but I'm invisible? Yes. All right, I think we're good there. Sometimes I like to leave some spots not quite dry because when I do take my sand pad over the dry and wet spots, it helps me do what's called a wet distress, okay? So it kind of gives me some really cool looking distress marks so everything is not the same, right? Because as things distress over time, there's nothing perfect or unison about it, right? It just happens. Mother Nature takes a beating on something and it happens. And so I like to do a little bit of wet distress and dry distress together. That's my own love because I like to combine lots of distress styles, right? And you get a completely different effect because it's like the paint just wipes away in some of those areas. Okay, let's go. Oh, I just love all those edges. You know why I love those edges? Because you see what happens? Gorgeous distressing starts to happen. Oh, and remember, if you want a distressed piece, do it as close to as possible when the time that you actually painted it, right? Because paint, while it's dry to the touch, it's sealing, it's pulling into your piece. So if you can get it before it's fully cured and completely into your piece, right? You're catching it when you first put it on. Oh yeah, right there. Then it's gonna make it so much easier for you, okay? So this is still a little bit tacky down here, but I'm gonna go with it because, again, I'm also keeping my sand pad. You notice I'm keeping my sand pad so when it does rip off paint, if you can see it up close, it also has the lines going in the same direction as the brush marks, okay? So when I sand, I don't go sideways, I go long ways. You know what I'm saying? I'll wipe some of that off right there in my lovely tarp that we were just talking about. I'm gonna flip my sand pad. These are medium coarse sand pads, so if you're getting some paint and you want to use the same ones I do, if you go to junkmonkeypaint.com, click in your shopping cart and you've got some paint going on, just grab one or two of these. And this week I'll show you how I reuse them as well, because I've got a whole stash of these that I keep reusing, and I'm gonna show you this week what I do. All right, oh man, I love that. Isn't this gonna be like cute storage? And I'll show you what I mean in a second when I like to like have storage for my brushes and stuff like that. Oh, I love it. All right, let me move my tail river. All right, let's go ahead, work our way around. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your idea of distressing? I mean, are you in the like, I don't know, are you in the like little bit like, okay, I'm a 2, just give me a little tiny bit of distressing? Are you more like maybe an 8, where you're like, okay, I like some uber distress, you know, and chippy and all that sort of stuff? Because everybody has their own like Richter scale of how much they want, you know what I mean? Oh, like that right there. Can't contain myself. You can't hide what's inside. You know what I'm saying? Well, thank you, Sherry. I think you're great too, you know? I think you're great. I think you're all great. I definitely think positive vibes attract positive vibes, right? So there you go. Woohoo! I am loving it. 10. Oh, Renee is a 10. Oh yeah, we could be friends, totally. Totally. Thank you for sharing, Tabitha, because we do have some banana bucks tonight I'm going to give away. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and pick something from on the top of here, okay? Because I'm Stencil Sonia. I can't help it. I kind of already went through my stencil book because I was like so excited thinking to myself, okay, what would be a nice stencil for this piece? Again, we're using Teal River tonight, which is a classy teal. So the difference between the Bahama Jade and the Teal River, this is definitely one of our top popular colors because it's a teal, but it's a blue teal. Then we have Bahama Jade, which is more like a green teal, right? It's like when you look down in the water when you're coming from the Caribbean or something and you see that blue water. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the two of them. So teal stays towards more blue teal, and then the Bahama Jade is definitely more of the green, like an emerald sea kind of thing, right? So I'm thinking about what I should do on here. Remember, the stand is probably going to be mine. I do like this little pop of color right here. Like this guy is one of my go-tos. I'm trying to think. I got him at a Hobby Lobby for $2.99. And so I went through my book earlier trying to be like, okay, what pops? You guys know I love an owl. So I could put an owl on this because it's going to make me happy. I've got to definitely find, like this little owl right here is one of my favorites. He was also a $2.99 find. And he's still at Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure, right now. Sometimes they change things out seasonally, but he's always one of my favorite go-tos. So, and when it's your space, you get to decide what you want, right? Now, I've got to find something to do this on this week. I love this one. Love this one. This one was, I think it was a Michael's find for like maybe $5.99. It's got, I think, 3 stencils in there. It's got Let's Go, You Make Me a Happy Camper, and some trees, but I really want to use the camper one. So stick with me, because I think we'll do something fun with him this week. But if you don't have your stencil book yet, you got to go get one, because it makes life so much easier to keep all your stencils preserved and safe in one place, okay? And I paid for this, I want to say it was $14.99. I mean, it's a big guy, right? And they're really art portfolios, but I use them for my stencils. I love it, and I have a bunch of them. And, you know, I do use some of them for my artwork, but I love at least keeping a couple for stencils. So what do you think I should go with? What would Sonia like better? Would she like the owl, or would she like the blossom? Because this was like kind of like calling my name. Kind of like this one right here, but I like the owl too. So now I have to decide which one. What do you think, guys? I could be, I I could, yes, it is. Lisa, if you go to junkmonkeypaint.com, click again, Sonia's favorite things, I have it linked right there. But I'm really thinking about doing just the blossom. I just think it's classic, right? I'm thinking it's classic. So I should do that. And I think I'm gonna go with an antique lace because I'm gonna keep it lighter. This space up here, I painted it right here, got light walls going down. And so I'm gonna use a color I think that will keep the space feeling open. So let's go ahead and put it maybe right here. And I'll show you in a second how I'm gonna use it for storage. Oh, look on this side, you see all the glitter? See all the glitter? One time I did a glitter ombre, do I still have it here? I think it's downstairs in my shop. A glitter ombre flower, it was gorgeous. All right, I think I'm gonna go with it like maybe right around right there. Right there. And somebody's OCD is going, why would you put it on the corner? It's because who I am. I like to stage things on my painted pieces, and if I put this in the very center, like it would feel to me like it was a doily. It would feel like it was a doily, and then I would feel really weird about storing things on it because I would be covering over this flower. Whereas I think this flower could definitely be part of what makes it beautiful by putting it to the side so we could still appreciate it right there. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. I just used my shabby chip brush. These are my favorite brushes. Make sure you pull any like little hairs. This was a newer one that I just used, but they're cheap. And yes, the bristles fall out. Do a tug before you paint. You're wise if you do that. But I use them over and over again. And the more shabby they get, I just keep them as part of my collection, right? I keep using over and over again. But look how nice that came out, guys. Do you see that? So pretty. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and let that dry real fast. What do you guys think? Who out there is the teal lovers? Love some colors. You need some gold glitter paint. Is it on your favorites? It is not, but I'm trying to think. We have some special things coming up around the corners for you guys. But for right now, I would say my favorite gold glitter paint is probably made by Rust-Oleum. I've actually been sponsored in the past by Modern Masters. They can get a little pricey, so sometimes I like to find them on sale at Lowe's or something like that, you know what I mean, Home Depot, depending on where they have them stashed, or where they have them for sale. But that's always a good thing, right? You can also get like some cheap craft paints. Never forget the little cheap, you know, craft paints that you can get at Walmart as well for just like $1 or $2. Because if I wanted to put a gold flower on here, a gold flower, then I would not want to spend $20, $30 on a whole container of one color of paint, right? I would go and get a $2 craft metallic paint and go ahead and use that over it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Now remember, because I use my shabby chip brush, I got a distressed flower, but I also like to do a little extra distressing because I want it to blend in with the rest of the piece as well, right? It would not make sense for this piece to be uber distressed and then have a pretty perfect little flower hanging in the corner. Just doesn't make sense. So when I talk about metallic paints, and if you want to go for cheap, this is what I'm talking about here, right? Like in here, I have like, you know, you can get these for like, this is a bigger one for like $3, but let's see here. This one's $1.99 at Hobby Lobby. It's the metallic stuff, but of course, go on a week at Hobby Lobby when they're like 40 or 50% off and get them for really super cheap, right? So I do like, and then of course this is taupe, but you can get all kinds of stuff. So if I ever need a quick like metallic pop on a piece, you can believe it that I'm not gonna go and pay a ton of money just for when I need it a little bit, right? So never forget those. Those are always nice to have in your stash when you're a furniture painter and you just want to add a pop of shimmer, baby, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, what do you think? Should we go ahead and seal this piece? Yeah, should we do it? Should we do it? I wasn't sure how far we'd get, but I'm feeling like we're getting far, and I think I've got everything I need right here. All right, so I'm going to use my Monkey Shine right here. Monkey Shine, it's our all-natural beeswax oil finish that really preserves and protects your work, okay? So basically, you got your poly that seals, you got your wax that seals. My biggest test of which one you're going to use is just ask yourself, how much traffic is it going to get? This here is going to look really cool. Yes, I'm going to use it. It's already done in a distressed fashion. It's not like a tabletop, right, or something like that, or a door, you know what I'm saying? Or the top of a dresser where there's tons of makeup going on it. So I'm going to just go ahead and really quickly put a seal on with my Monkey Shine. Can you guys see from there the difference it's already making on this piece? It just makes the color pigments in our paint pop and look beautiful. And that's what I'm all about. I gotta show you guys the cutest flower pot planter that I found this past week, and I'll show you how I'm using it because, like I say, I tend to I love to have little containers to store things in, and if I can find fun stuff, like that's the best thing, right? Coming to work every day. Even when I worked in the corporate world, I had like fun stuff on my desk, you know? Like I had my cat mug that was filled with my pens and pencils. Anybody else just feel like they need those little fun things on their desk, you know, around their bookshelf and stuff like that? Because for me, I don't just use mugs for drinking out of. I use my mugs for storage. And you can get such cute sayings on mugs right now. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of like put it all over it real quick. The nice thing is I can really see the places that I've missed and what I haven't. So real quick, I'm doing a brush over, and then I can take my rag and move the rest of the oil around, right? The oil, beeswax, polish, finish. And so what it's gonna do is suck into your piece. Now remember how I told you at the beginning, we're talking about the crud cutter cleaner I use, and I was telling you about, you know, making sure that you don't use a cleaner that has oil into it when you're beginning to put your paint down. So much like I put this finish on top of it, that's how it seals. It's going to resist, right? So you always still want to use your coasters and think about your painted furniture just like new furniture that you would get, but just know that it does provide a nice finish. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me as I flip my $3.99 stand. Oh man, you know when you go to like the thrift store and you see something that you really like and you can see it and you're walking up to the, you know, the junking furniture section and you're like, oh my gosh. And you see people and you're like, I just gotta get to the other side so I can get it before somebody else takes it. This was me in this piece. I'm like, that would be perfect for my storage. Yay. All right, so I do love this. Love, 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 love. Did I say love enough? How many times was that? All right, easy peasy, right? I mean, how long have we been on this live for? And to think that all you have to do is, like we say, grab a brush and go bananas, have fun with it, turn on your music, invite a friend over, give her a paintbrush, and we are done. So we can like make this piece. So this could be the cutest little coffee table, like if I had a compact apartment, and I just wanted something in the center. You could use something small, like one end stand that feels rectangular and fits your piece. And then you've got this like really, really cute little stand. You could do it that way, right? Or you could be like me and be like, okay, I'm gonna use it for storage. And so for my storage, I'll grab and I'll show you the kinds of things that I'll be putting on this, okay? I'm coming over, I'm coming over, I'm coming over. So here in my art space, I have pens and pencils and markers and all that sort of stuff. I got this at the Dollar General. Who has a Dollar General next to them? Let me see if I can bring it in close so you can see it. Love me some owls, and I got this one for $3 and change at the Dollar General store. It's supposed to be a planter. Actually, here's the price tag on it, $3.50. And they had them in greens and reds and all kinds of like different colors at my store. And so I picked one up because this is so awesome, because I'm not gonna put a plant into it because let's be honest, I kill everything. This is why I have fake ones. Yes, I even killed Bob Ross, which I still got his head around here somewhere. We're still gonna try to grow something this season together, okay? But this case, I thought I'm gonna use my planter and use it for my pens and things like that, right? So for me, this will become part of my studio, but it'll look cute, right? This little one I got for $1. It was on sale, regularly $6, which wasn't a whole lot. But Hobby Lobby has a whole bunch of these like what feels like, you know, Pooh Bear's honey pot. And this is like chalk, so or a board I can write something on here. But I love to use color. Do you see how the teal and the reds and things like that just come together so pretty? And I'll show you as well. Guys, I promise I will give you a tour once I get my studio all set up, okay? But you like this. So this is a true story. This is me going out, and this is just like canned vegetables we had one night. Wrapped some polka dot material around it. Now we got ourselves the most adorable polka dot can, right? Love that. And think about all the sizes that you could get. So I love me some storage. And I love this. This is a Hobby Lobby find as well. And I got this for like just a couple bucks. It was, you know, trust me, I'm not a full price buyer at Hobby Lobby. But it says beautiful morning. And so, again, I have lots of my pencils and stuff like that in there, right? So for me, I can use a piece like this that was $3.99 and reuse mugs and planters and just bring all the color together, right? So it's so awesome. Yes! Let's see here. Sandy says, do you have to wait, wait a period of time before you put something on top of something that has been waxed? You do not. You can use it right away. So your trick to know when you're good to go is when it feels nice and buttery soft to your fingers, right? And so make sure you keep turning your rag over to a new spot so you get it, right? It's kind of like, I don't know, did you ever like when your mother scrubbed your face in the morning, she'd scrub that spot and then she'd turn it over to a new spot? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. How many people have had their face scrubbed by their mothers and are still live to talk about it? You love markers too? I do. I love to draw and things like that. If you guys aren't following me over at Instagram, you need to. Okay, one last thing because we're having so much fun. All right, so yesterday I was at the Hoosall on my live. I told you guys that I was over at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. It was so fun, right? And all kinds of makers, the culture of the festival. I say no more, just go watch that live video. And so look at this, guys. And so there was a maker there and he did journal books. And like, again, I told you, I don't lie, that I am a lover. I am just drawn to paper and pens, and I love, love, love stationery items and things like that. And he makes hand-bound journals and things. And so, look, do you see what I got? This was my souvenir, and to support another local maker. She's a mermaid! Mermaids, stars, beautiful, and she's on the back as well. And so it's actual leather. And they hand bound them themselves, and then they got this really nice heavy count paper in there. And so I'm having fun with just kind of like journaling and sketching and things like that, guys. And so I have lots of fun stuff planned for you guys here on this page. So if you want to learn, do some paintings, have some fun. We're not just gonna do some furniture. A lot of you guys have been asking me about, you know, like you see my paintings on the walls and things like that. This was a cute one as well. I think I paid all of $15 for this one. Leather bound, pink, adorable. Love it, love it, love it. You know, you just like, those little things make you happy. So yesterday I posted that we did this one, or that I did this one yesterday. This is done with our teal river and black velvet and antique lace. And so because our paint is an acrylic based paint, yes, you can have fun and do all kinds of fun art with it. And so stay tuned because I promise I'm gonna hook you guys up and show you how to do some fun stuff. Because think about what I just showed you. And I just told you that I painted this piece in teal river, and now guess what? What perfectly matches it? My teal river paints that I learned how to do, right? So it just makes me happy to be able to share with you guys. And I'm hoping to start it this week upcoming. We'll do some fun paint evenings together and really map it out for you guys. But imagine, baby, if you had a gorgeous like entry midway table and now you have artwork that totally matches your exact colors and you don't even have to worry about it, right? And so much fun. Because if I said it once, I'll say it again, that creativity comes in many different forms. And I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to shut it off because you go home and you just want to have fun, right? Yes, let's see here. You can message me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. I sure will, absolutely. All right, well, hello, love bug, back at you, Donna. Thank you so much. All right, I gotta give somebody some banana bucks, okay? All right, let's see. You sure can, Roxy, junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com. Oh, and I got one more thing, okay? Because we got lots of stuff to talk about, man. That's what happens when we go a whole weekend and we don't DIY together. True story. So let me go ahead and shout out somebody, but I want to tell you something that I need your help with as well, okay? Dee Dee, I just saw Dee Dee's note where she is hooked on napkins. Oh my gosh, that made me laugh so hard. Too funny, too funny. All right, I'm doing the up, down, all around. You guys are talking about how much you love distress stuff. I love it too, right? Okay. I got a name, Lori Grant Riney, maybe? L-A-U-R-E-Y, Lori Grant, R-I-N-E-Y, Lori Grant Riney. All right, you are tonight's winner for hanging out and sharing this video. and just being cool all around. So, okay, hang on. I gotta come over here. I gotta sit down for a second so I can actually talk and not like have to lean, because that's a workout in itself, people. You know what I'm saying? So yes, well, Dawn, get the stencil book. Go over to junkmonkeypaint.com, click Sonia's favorite things. It's linked right there. I swear it's like $14.99. Have it primed, Amazon Prime to you, and you got it, right? Who else loves Amazon Prime? True story. But yeah, one of the things I want to get your help with, guys, is so right now on our website, we have the pictures of the paint colors. And something I'm going to start working on is like basically finding lots of pieces of furniture. So say for example, this right here is Teal River, right? And so when somebody goes to see the color of Teal River, we have the paint swatch there. But what I want to start doing is maybe like having an album that goes with it of say like a half a dozen pieces of furniture that has been done with it. So I thought what I would do was go like, well, you know what? I've got lots of pieces of furniture in all these colors, but I would love to feature some of you guys. And so I think what I'm going to start doing, like maybe tomorrow, I'll put in a post and I'll say, okay, anybody, this is a call for anybody who's got pictures of using Teal River that I could possibly use on our website for a feature, and you get the kudos of being that featured, you know, piece, and we'll make sure we give you credit for it as well. So what do you guys think, right? Because it's, you know, sometimes you see like a color and it's until you see it on a piece of furniture, because maybe in your mind you could not envision teal being on a piece of furniture. And then you see it on something and you're like, that's what I need. That's what I need, right? Just to kind of like bring it together. But I want to use your work, so I thought that would be so cool. Yeah, you guys are down with it? Okay, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. So watch tomorrow. We'll start with a color, and every day we'll do it. And then whether you have a business, we'll make sure we get you watermarked on our website with the color, or even if it's just yourself and you're like, I just do this because I love what I do, I want to make sure your name is on there, right? So that you can help inspire other people, because there's nothing like having a purpose in life and knowing that somebody else gets joy off of what you did, or being able to help somebody else because, you know what, I painted that piece and I helped somebody else be able to bring it to life in their living space, or, you know, in their office, because it matches perfect with their curtains and, you know, makes their space happy. And it's because I painted something that I helped somebody else, right? That's pretty darn cool. Yes. Like my pink hutch. Yes. How many people could have seen a hutch in Berry Dance? You're absolutely right, Dee Dee. So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Kathy, I do. People ask me all the time, where do you get it? I don't know. It's just there. But I'm a very thankful person to be here right now hanging out with you guys. And so, yeah. But if I figure a way to bottle it, I'll be sure to pass it on to you guys. All right, let's see. Jan says, I want to do 2 tables in a dark burgundy. What color do I need? Well, we had a color in the past, which we'll probably bring back, what's called Pretty Plum, but I'm trying to think for a burgundy. Let me break out my color wheel tomorrow night so I can help you figure out what colors to put together for burgundy, and I'll share with everybody how you can do it too, okay? Sounds good? All right, well, you guys have a great evening. I'll meet you back here tomorrow, and we'll do some more projects together, all right? But hopefully you're feeling inspired. Make it great. Bye.